What's going on, guys? Just got done at the lake. We are at the boat ramp cleaning off the boat. Guys, I've had a lot of y'all ask me questions about this new pole. Sir, what's this? Who makes the pole?
So it's a Millennium pole. Yeah, Millennium. So it Cabela's Bass Pro.
So yeah, it's the Millennium pole. We used to have the Sea Light pole. Now, there's a couple of features that we do like about this this Millennium pole. You want to do? Actually, I'll let you work it. You're the professional, or I can do it. Here you go. So
I don't know about professional, but I've owned a couple of them.
There's some features that we do like, and there's some features that we don't like. It comes with anything in life. There's pros and cons. First thing is the deployment of the system is very easy. It's very fantastic. All you do is pull this tab, and bada bing, bada boom, you're working and you're fishing. I mean, now the one bad thing about this pole is you have these two set screws, right? One thing that we wish was a little bit better on this pole is you have these two set screws. So this is an actual threaded nut, and I'll tell you right now, guys, you gotta tighten the holy bejesus out of that thing.
If you're scoping and moving with a trolling motor, you do.
Right. So yes, that's okay. So when we're looking for individual fish, when you're trolling around, you have your trolling motor set to like 5, 6, 7, and you're trolling around, you got to really wrench on this thing. Now, the reason for that is when you're going, if you don't, sometimes, a lot of times, I won't lie to you, I try to be as transparent with the channel as possible. This thing will break over. It's designed to break over like that. You see how I just kind of folded over with no resistance, real resistance? You're supposed to pick up this tab and then put it away. The one complaint that I have about this pole is that feature. So when you're going, and Roger Rail knows this too, it'll break over like that. It could, I don't know how to design it better. I don't, but that one feature I don't like. So Dad, what do you think? What's some things that you think about it?
So the truth. So you can get it to stop doing it. See, this pole's designed to break over when you hit a stump, which it did save us last weekend on the lake.
Yeah.
So when you hit a stump, it's supposed to design to break away like that. So it's good. So if you don't want it, so whenever you're trolling with the motor on 5, 6, 7, whenever you go across the lake, I don't like that it'll fold. It'll fold and it'll be like that. Cody already talked about that. Yeah. So if you don't want to do that, you really got to wrench on this. I mean, you got to stand on this thing and get it really, really tight, and it'll stop, and you can go. What that's going to do is, though, it's going to when you hit a stump, though, this thing ain't going to give. So just keep that in mind. But it's all about this big old nut right here and getting it right. So it's got a happy medium, if you will.
Right.
But what I love about it is once it's deployed, if you're going to move from one spot to another, man, you grab that thing and let it go. You're rocking. You can go across the lake. That thing ain't going to move. It's going to stay right there because I got my tensioner just tight enough. It won't do that. Mm-hmm. So I do love that. And when I get to where I'm going, I just deploy it down like that. And another thing, I put some zip ties right here because I want that thing to go right there. That's my limited advance, as far down as I want it to go. So you may want to do that, because if you don't have those, this thing will go all the way to the bottom. Yeah, it does have a tensioner screw right here, but again, it does have the ability to slide down just so naturally. You can, when you're done working with it, you just loosen it up, pull it off, and you lay it on the deck. But because I'm pretty detail oriented on a lot of things, I want it to go to the exact same spot every time. So that's why I put those there. Right. And another feature, guys, that you can use on this pole is what the Sea Light didn't have is this extension right here. So you can loosen this nut here. You can move where you want your handle at. So your handle can be, you have 4 different options there for your handle. You can have it, if you like to sit on the deck further back onto the deck, you can extend this out all the way like this. I mean, you can put it out and it'll go all the way. It'll go out like that all the way. And if you're like us and you kind of drive around, you snipe, you can set it in one of those 4 holes right there. And it makes it really comfortable. Another feature that it does is it goes up and down. My dad likes to use his leaning post a lot whenever he's fishing, so he'll keep it at kind of like a downward angle. Me, I stand up. I'm 6'1", so I like to hold it up just a little bit. And because it's such close quarters the way we fish, that's our style of fishing. For your style of fishing, you may have a different method. Another thing that I want to point out is at the bottom, you can also adjust the depth that your transducer actually sits in the water. You just loosen this nut and you go up and down. Now, it has a nut, it has a nipple right there too. Now, again, the way we use it, it's fixed. We get everything set to how we want it. My boat's the same way, and it's fixed. That's why you can see there's electrical tape on here. If you didn't, they do sell accessories where you can hold the wire, and the wire will be able to slide up and down. So what other things do you want to hit on here, sir, if any? Look, it's like $300, $295.
Yeah.
For the money, it's a really good pole. I'll tell you, if it's your first time pole, it's a really good pole. It's really well built. If you're okay with tightening that nut all the time. So so right now, if I was going to stow this thing, it's as easy as, I leave it right there. Storing it for down the road is what you're saying. Storing it down the road, yeah. I loosen it up, pull it off, and I literally bring it back here, and I just lay it on the deck like that. And I got my little bungee and I strap it down and man, we're rolling.
It's ready for the road.
So from there, I get to the lake, pull it off. You just got to have enough slack in your pole or your wire. Put it on there, tighten it down, and then you're cruising.
And now we do go across the lake like this. This is the on the water, going literal 70, 72 miles an hour across the lake like this. It is strong enough that it will hold in that stored position when you're going across the lake. Now, the big question everyone's gonna ask, were you about to say something?
And then how do you mount it? You literally have to, it comes with 4 big old screws. They just screw right into your deck. You know, you just, what I did is drilled four pilot holes and then put the screws in there. And something else that, you know, again, if you're really detail oriented, when you get on the lake and you're gonna see this right here, you're gonna see that your transducer might not be perfectly up and down. See, this has no increment. You can't really set this thing, it's right there. That's the only place you can go.
Right.
Whereas the other poles, you got small increments. You can go from here to here to here and it'll lock in there. This one, you get that, that's
right,
it. So if you wanna adjust that, the only thing I found to do it, and I've already tinkered with it, is you gotta loosen up these 2 right here. And if you want it to be kicked back or forward, you're literally just put a washer.
That's right.
You know, that's about as rudimentary as you can get. You just put a washer underneath that front. And what it'll do is it'll kick that thing back to give you your 2 to 3, 4 degrees that you want.
Right. Now, I know the question you're all going to want me to answer and want Roger and Reel here to answer is, which one do we like more, the Sea Light or the Millennium pole? And we're not sponsored by either. This is just purely based off of using it. We use the Sea Light for like 2 years. Have this one for
since Christmas.
Yeah, since Christmas. So what, 4 months now? So in your honest opinion, no offense to either company, this is just how we fish, how we use stuff. What do you think? What's your take? Would you like, if you had to do it all over again, would you buy this pole or would you buy the Sea Light pole? Because there's a lot of customers and a lot of viewers that are going to want to know which one we would prefer. I know which one I'd prefer.
Man, I tell you, they're both great poles. They really are both great poles. I like the micro adjustments of the Sea Light.
Yeah.
I really like the micro adjustments of the Sea Light.
Right.
And the Sea Light does not break over, which is bad because, look, I've broken some stuff on my Sea Light because it doesn't break away.
Right.
So because it didn't break away, of course, I had to replace the end that holds the pole on.
Right.
So they both have their pluses and minuses. For the money, this is a great pole.
It is a great pole.
For the money, this is a great pole.
Here's how I answer this question. If you're fishing timber, or you're fishing shallow waters, get this pole because it has that built-in breakaway feature. If you're fishing open water or you're trolling a lot, get the Sea Light pole. They both have very good implications, like he's saying, so it's hard to pick one or the other. If I had to pick one, I honestly, if I had to pick one to keep, I personally would pick the Sea Light pole. But I don't know how you feel about it. That's just me. I personally would pick that one.
If they're laying on the floor and I get one choice, yeah, I'm probably taking the Sea Light.
Right.
It's a little bit more money.
It is.
But I like the micro adjustments on that thing. I really do. It's sturdy, it's rigid, man. I cut my teeth on that pole.
So it comes down to just, it really, guys, it just comes down to preference. I mean, it comes down to style of fishing. They're both fantastic poles.
Yep.
If you're just getting in the game and you want something that's durable, something that's usable, something that you could grow with, then get this one. But use all those tips, all those pointers. I know this is a long-winded video, but I've had a lot of you ask about it, and I want to give you the best answer that we can and try to answer as many questions as we can. You're watching him store it right now. Both poles deploy very easy. The Millennium pole is fantastic. It's lightweight. It has a lot more adjustments as far as user interface than the Sea Light does, but it's also got some shortcomings. So anyway, guys, drop your questions down in the comment section. I will answer every question that you ask me in the comment section from here into forever, because I know that there's a lot more questions that y'all are going to know about this. So drop them in the comment section, guys. I appreciate you checking this video out, guys. Check out this playlist here, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Don't stop the dangle. Peace.